how Golden become made the songwriting geniuses behind K-pop Demon Hunters' viral soundtrack. From Valet to Testin to the elevator journey up to the rooftop, the pleasure was humming at the K-pop Demon Hunters at the back of the song reception, hosted by Netflix at Bar Liss in Leap. Grammy-nominated Golden songwriters EJ and Mark Sonnenblick had been in attendance, along the film's directors Maggie Kang and Chris Applehands, plus producer Michelle L.M. Wong. The intimate K-pop Demon Hunters event started out with the bar serving up beverages named after the film's iconic songs, Golden, Takedown, Your Idol, and a non-alcoholic option, Soda Pop. There had been also image opportunities in the front of a backdrop adorned with terrific plants. The color scheme screamed, "If Guima have been floral." My personal preferred became the meet and greet photos with the songwriters themselves. Document-breaking movie with a document-breaking soundtrack. We had no concept this movie might emerge as the maximum watched film in Netflix history. And if that wasn't mind-blowing sufficient, our stellar music crew has produced 5 Grammy nominations. Maggie King stated at the begin of the panel. Chris Applehands brought, "We threw so much crazy shit at these two. Google Doctors that were pages longy with stories, scenes, characters, and things we desired to do in the songs. Mashup of references from H.O.T. to Bill Withers to Imogen Heap to BTS." The creative version for K-pop Demon Hunters started with Maggie and Chris for a world that hadn't been musically defined earlier because they wanted the songs to work each inside and outside the narrative. All of the songs were really the guidance of the administrators telling us exactly what they needed, EJ said. EJ x Mark Sonnenblick collaboration, while EJ joined the project early in 2020, before the story became finalized, Mark was brought in a much later via Ian Eisendrath, exec tune producer. Their dynamic blends EJ's extensive pop history with Mark's theater storytelling. We're constantly policing each other, like, "Hey EJ, let's get back to the story." So if I'm writing a line and it's sort of general, you would be like, "That's not just telling what Rumi wants to say." So he helped me a lot. Or you would write a lot of words and I'd be like, "Oh no, it's too many words," EJ shared. The result, as you know by now, became impossible to resist songs with deep storytelling packed in. Building Golden. This is the story of the girls. This is the story of Huntrix. How do you get the backstory of all 3 of these girls in like 8 strains of this music? And so figuring out the melody that has enough syllables to do this, Mark continued. They debated between 2 melodies, but in the long run chose the one with more real property for lyrics. With many versions sent backward and forward amongst writers, directors, and producers, they coordinated to build Golden as the thematic spine of the Huntrix trio. Maggie was coming back and being like, "Can it be more craving?" said Mark. The audience then had a fun moment to sing along, briefly, with the songwriters. The Hunter's Mantra, the movie's spiritual center and Korean roots. Maggie had written what elements had to be in the prologue, Hunter's Mantra, and EJ composed it to be powerful, emotional, and cinematic. Every time EJ sent a voice memo, it was like, "Where is this divine inspiration coming from?" Mark said in awe. EJ said it was a melody that could fit in many clothing during the movie. She then dived deeper into how her being bilingual and culturally rooted helped her blend culture plus pop plus cinematic styles. The Korean lyrics aren't modern, they're actually very old ancient Korean,